I'm going to tell you things about this camera that Polaroid doesn't even know it can do. This is the first in a multi-part series where I'm going to deconstruct this camera. We're going to look at the lens, the viewfinder, the different features, and I'm going to break it down in 3 to 5 minute long videos and really go into detail how I, as a professional photographer and certified Polaroid nut, would use this camera for my work. And I am currently using this camera. First off, it's important, I am not being sponsored in any way, shape, or form for any of these videos. So everything that you're going to hear from me is my opinion and my opinion alone. So today we're going to talk about the lens. The lens in the new Polaroid i-2 camera is made of polycarbonate. It's a triplet design, and polycarbonate basically means it's a plastic material like what's in my eyeglasses. It's not the glass type lens that was in the original SX70 or SX70 Alpha 1. And there's been a lot of people saying that that concerns them, that somehow optically this is inferior. Rest assured, it's not inferior. A lot of years, like 50 years, have gone by since the SX70 came out. The lens that's in here benefits from all the advances in optical technology, in optical materials of that last 50 years. I've done side-by-side shots, and I will show this in future videos when I do a very specific lens test, that the lens in here is as good as the SX70. In some ways, it may even have a little bit more contrast. So I'm in no way, shape, or form worried about some polycarbonate lens being inferior to glass. It's not. Additionally, you have to remember that you're photographing onto Polaroid material. Polaroid material only records 10 line pairs per millimeter resolution. That's not real high. 10 line pairs per millimeter resolution is pretty low. Most conventional 35 millimeter medium format 4x5, doesn't matter, negative material records 50 and 60 line pairs per millimeter resolution. So the resolving power of the actual Polaroid film isn't that high. And as a result, the lens doesn't have to be some Leica quality, Zeiss quality lens. It just needs to be really good. And what appears to me is that Polaroid built a lens, a triplet lens design, that really hits the sweet spot with the film. The color rendering, everything seems really good. Edge-to-edge sharpness is really good. And the lens has a usable f-stop range from f8 out to f64. At f8 in 35 millimeter, that would be like f2.8 regarding like depth of field. It has a really nice shallow depth of field rendering. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but it's pleasant. It's really beautiful. Out of focus rendering's quite nice. And with that lower resolving power of the Polaroid material, it has that Polaroid look that we've all come to love. So the lens in the camera, to me, is spot on. And the autofocus with the lens has never missed a spot for me. The LiDAR is absolutely amazing. I'll do a whole thing on that, but the LiDAR lens combination, it's ready to go. So stay tuned for my next video, which will be on the viewfinder. And as I said, I'm going to break the camera down piece by piece, and I'm going to show you some stuff that Polaroid doesn't even know this camera can do. Thank you very much for listening. Now go shoot some film.